WrestleMania 41 Night 1 predictions. Now, minus a swerve or two, I feel pretty comfortable with my predictions. But you guys drop your predictions and also let me know. But without further ado, here we go. I think the match is going to open up night one is Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Luchador versus Luchador. And I actually feel comfortable picking El Grande Americano in this one because Rey Mysterio has had his share of WrestleMania moments. He's starting to get up there in age. And why not have this big moment for El Grande Americano? I would say they'll probably give these guys probably about 10 to 15 minutes with a couple of cool high flying spots. But I think that El Grande Americano is going to steal one at the last second. Next up, we got the World Tag Team title match, the War Raiders versus the heel New Day. Now, this match doesn't really have a lot of hype behind it, and I don't expect anything longer than maybe a 10-minute match. But we might get a couple of spots here and there, maybe interference from Big E. But the New Day desperately needs something, and there's not a lot of real prestige with the War Raiders holding the tag team championships anyway. So going ahead and give me the New Day in this one. Next up, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This is Jade Cargill's coming out party as a singles competitor at WrestleMania. This is finally her big moment. And Naomi is probably doing the best work of her damn career as a heel. I love it. In the ring, and then the little online back and forth between the two. Mwah, it's cinema. You can't ask for much more than that. Now, I'm also glad that they're letting Naomi shine in the ring. They're not going to let Jade Cargill just squash her and bulldoze right through her. I want to see a back and forth competitive match to see I'm here and I'm a threat too. And it wouldn't surprise me, win, lose, or draw, if we see Naomi in the women's world title picture after this. But just to play it safe, going ahead and give me Jade Cargill in this match. However, if they want to swerve us, I would say you have Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend interfere and have them reveal that they were the accomplice in Jade Cargill's attack, and then have Naomi steal the pin. And if that happens, I don't think that it will really even hurt Jade Cargill's career or her chances at getting the main event spot. But I'm just saying. United States title match, the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu versus the U.S. champion L.A. Knight. Yeah. Now, the majority of fans are saying that this shouldn't even be a competition, that Jacob Fatu should just run right through LA Knight and just squash him in a 3 to 4 minute match. I disagree. I think it should at least be somewhat competitive, somewhat back and forth, at least back and forth for about a good 2 to 3 minutes. But this is probably going to be my very, very first hot take. I think LA Knight retains. Follow me on this one. I can see it playing out like this. Jacob pretty much dominates about a good 90% of the match, having his way and doing whatever the hell he wants to LA Knight. LA Knight tries to mount some kind of comeback, but to no avail. Jacob always has an answer for it. And just when Jacob is about to deliver the finishing blow, out comes Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa to try to support Jacob. And then Jacob is like, what the hell are y'all doing out here? I already told you I don't need your help. I don't need your support. I got this. But no, Solo insists on helping him. And then LA Knight comes to and realizes what's about to happen. He's like, oh no, I'm about to nip this in the bud. He hits Tama Tonga with the BFT. And then while they're arguing, then it's just that this Jacob realizes what happens. And then Jacob tries to go and attack LA Knight, but ends up accidentally hitting Solo Sikoa with a super kick. And then, right when he realizes what happened, he rams Jacob Fatu's head into the ring post, throws it back in the ring, hits it with a BFT. 1, 2, 3. Game over. He retains. And then LA Knight escapes with the victory. And then that's when they argue some more. And then that's when Jacob Fatu goes off the deep end and attacks both Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. Hits them both with a Samoan spike, hits them with a Samoan slam too, a Samoan drop too, and then moonsaults both of them and walks out of there. Next up, you got the Women's World Title match, Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Now, this is probably the first time in a long time where the champion is actually the underdog. Now, whether there's some real backstage heat between Tiffany and Charlotte, that's kind of irrelevant. Well, actually, it's not irrelevant. It makes it a little bit more spicy. But if they can work together like I think they can, this is going to be a 5-star cinematic match. You know, trading aerial attacks, a couple of technical moves, a figure four here and there. And, you know, it would be an awesome moment if Charlotte comes at a point where she hits Tiffany with everything but the kitchen sink But Tiffany keeps kicking out. She won't say no. She will not stay down at all. And then just when it's going to kind of be like a Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels moment, except the opposite happens, where Charlotte gets frustrated, picks up Tiffany by her hair, yells in her face and says, "You're not on my level. You're not better than me. Just stay down." Then hits her with a roll-up pin, 1, 2, 3. I think that's what happens. A lot of people are picking Charlotte to win. Give me Tiffany Stratton to retain in this fashion because I think it's time to pass the torch. Next up, the co-main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeet! Jey Uso versus the Ring General and the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. Now, I see some of the pro wrestling fandom who's kind of split 50-50 on this match, saying that they wouldn't particularly be upset if Gunther was to retain. And they have spent the last, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 years building up Jey Uso as a legitimate singles competitor. It's pretty much 2009 Jeff Hardy is the 2013, 2014 Daniel Bryan yes movement all over again. And a lot of people are like, well, if they spent all this time trying to make us take Jey Uso serious, with him having title shot after title shot, main event after main event, just for him to come up short, then what'll be the point of the build? And for that reason is why I'm picking Jey Uso to win the World Heavyweight title finally. Last but not least, you got the night one main event. CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, and the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. And CM Punk has Paul Heyman in his corner. Now, this match has so many layers and so many different interconnecting backstories that date all the way back to 2013, to the formation of the Shield, to pretty much CM Punk disappearing and Paul Heyman jumping from person to person being their manager, to Seth and Roman never putting their feud to bed, to Roman, losing everything, from him being on top of the mountain, the tribal chief, to him losing everything. And that makes it very, very interesting because you can make a case for all three of these guys winning. Now, the biggest question is who eats the pin in this match? I went back and forth on this, and a lot of people are like, there's no way in hell that Roman Reigns could lose 2 back-to-back WrestleManias. It's not possible, is it? And this is CM Punk's very first WrestleMania main event. He's 46 years old. He's got to make it count because he's not going to have too many more WrestleManias left in him. Seth Rollins, however, has been here before. And as far as who has more to lose in this match, I would say CM Punk does. And there's also some people saying that Paul Heyman might turn on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns and side with Seth Rollins being the new Paul Heyman guy. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But I think the winner of this match will be none other than CM Punk. And I think that Roman Reigns eats the pin in this one. Anyway, guys, that is my WrestleMania 41 Night 1 predictions. You guys drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about it. And my Night 2 prediction is coming soon. But this has been your boy, the Dread Man, representing WWG Wrestle with Greatness. See you guys next time.